it is officially October the 1st. It is October the 1st, just after midnight, and I smashed my last trade of the month a few minutes ago. Now, I'm gonna start journaling and start logging my days or my trades, whatever. Just trying to be more consistent with my trading journey on here, which I have on TikTok. On TikTok, it's a bit messy, so just looking back, I'm like laughing at myself at how I marked up my charts. It is crack up. Now, if you go back on my TikTok and you scroll all the way down, you'll be like, damn, how colorful are my charts? You can see the lines going everywhere and zigzag, blah, blah, blah. Now, I think I'm up to the part where I've cleaned up my canvas. It's more simple, simplified, and yeah. Anyways, it is now 12:37, school holidays still, so today's Wednesday, but Tuesday night, if you get it. Anyways, my last trade that I took for September, it is a 5-minute scalp on GC. Now, I normally look at the higher time frames and then drop down to the lower time frames. Now, with this one, I back-tested 6 months of it, back-tested, as well as forward test when I didn't have any trades with my challenges and stuff. This year, starting from Feb all the way to now, I have learned a lot. I have learned so much, and I think I overfried my brain, in that time between these months. Now, from Feb all the way to like July, I was on YouTube, TikTok. I did buy a course as well. I'm going to admit that. I bought a course. I think it cost me 150 Australian dollars. I've learned a few stuff from there, but in that course was just, I don't know, the stuff that you see on Google, the stuff you see on YouTube. So it was kind of a waste of money, but yeah, I think for me, it's best to not buy a course. Don't buy a course. Everything is online. Everything is on YouTube. Everything is on TikTok. You just gotta put in the time to learn. Like what I did. So many people do it too. Anyways, in that time, from Feb to July, I did one course, alright? One course. And I didn't spend like 10K or anything. I don't even have 10K to spend on a course. But anyways, that is that. And I was like, changing strategies. I keep saying I'm sticking to one, but really behind closed doors, when it's just me and my laptop and the phone, I'm changing strategies. I'm jumping from one to another. Now that is that. And then I was on YouTube one day. This was in July, and I think my house, we copped the fever that time when everyone was sick, and then came back to life. And yeah, I was on YouTube and I came across Trades by Sai. His name is Trades by Sai. I mentioned on my TikTok his name was Sky, like SKY, but it's actually pronounced Sai. Excuse me for my voice as well. I'm being losing my voice because of these kids, but yeah. Trades by Sai in July, came across him, and then I fully stalked his YouTube channel. I watched all his videos, and then every time there was a new video, I get an alert, and I'm like, yeah, check it on TV, and I'm like full watching his videos and how he charts and how simple and easy it is, like how he explains everything. Because all the other YouTubers, they don't explain the whole thing about high, low, all that stuff, yeah? They explain it in a very fancy way, I think. Yeah. But Trades by Sai, you will understand. Even some people, I don't know. But anyways, that is Trades by Sai. I watched all his videos, and then one of them, probably 5 of them clicked with me, and then I watched those ones on repeat, like in the morning when I'm folding my washing, when I need a break, from doing my chores, or even when I'm going for my walk. I listen to him when he talks about the higher highs, the higher lows, the lower lows, the lower highs, all that stuff. Yeah, so I learned all that. I watched his videos on repeat. This was from July, and then I think it was from July and then August I bought a challenge of alpha futures. my first ever challenge, and I passed using ICC. And didn't have the money to activate, so I just left that account. And then later on, I bought myself a Top Step account, and Top Step is only 60 bucks Australian, which is like 30 something USD. So I bought me that one, passed that account, Combine, they call it Combine. And yeah, using ICC again, and didn't activate that because that cost 225. Yeah, so I left that, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna try save up for another account, buy another Top Step account, Combine, because 60 bucks Australian. Then I did the same thing, passed that Combine. Now I passed two, and again 225 to activate them accounts. I haven't activated them, but yeah, I'm just saying ICC works. And if you think about how he shares his free knowledge and all that stuff, we as an individual, we as a human being, we have to take that info and implement it ourselves. Like, I mean, take that info and we have to do it ourselves. It don't even make sense. It don't make sense. It makes sense because I need to sleep. Anyways, it's almost 1 in the morning. Anyways, so yeah, learned the ICC from Trades by Sai. Hats off to him because he has grown. Like, his channel has grown. Everyone is learning about ICC now. So yeah, I took that concept of ICC, implemented it into what I have learned already, and that is always going with the trend. Number one, look for the trend, always go with the trend. So I've learned that. And then second is just marking out your higher highs, higher lows, all that, and just making sure it's in the trend, you're going in the trend. So I did all that, learned all that, and it just makes sense now. I think Trade by Sight is an intraday trader, swing trader, whatever. I love scalping, so I like to use ICC and my scalping method thing. So ICC is indication, correction, continuation. So indication, you can call that a breakout. Correction, you can call that a pullback. And then continuation, yeah, we all know what that means. Yeah, so with the 5-minute scalp that I do, and that I have back tested and forward tested, and as well used to pass my funded futures account, I only use the 5-minute time frame. I don't go check out the higher time frames like I always do, but on the 5-minute time frame, I look for the same thing: lower low, lower highs, higher lows, higher highs, all that stuff. And that's what happened with my last trade for the month of September, and my take profit was hit around 11:30, just after market open. So that's like around 9:30 US time. So let me show you my chart. Now everything you see here is all on a 5-minute time frame. 5 minutes, and we're on GC. This is the trade that I took the last day of the month, September. Now I'm gonna show you. Now, when I jumped on the charts, price was on a downtrend. And again, we're on the 5-minute time frame, not the higher time frames. Yeah, so price was on a downtrend when I jumped on, and I just waited to see what the next move was going to be. Marked out this level, which is my lower low. So downtrend, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. And then price shot up here, breaking this little level here, these two little tiny candles, a little break of structure happening here, and then again shot back up here, break of structure, and then price shot up there, creating this high and then a higher low. Instead of creating a new lower low, price stopped up here, and that became my floor, my new floor, or your demand or support level zone, whatever you call it, whatever floats your boat. Yeah, so price broke out, went up there, and then it came back here. So that's where I marked out my support level. I used that one whole candle, boxed that up, and then I waited for price to go back up to break this structure right here. So I waited for price to go back up, and then I waited for price to come back up, back down to tap back or pull back into my zone, and then that's when the price triggered me in for my entry, and then I took a buy, a 2-hour risk reward on GC, and only on the 5-minute time frame. And you can see here, price is still going up. Let me just reset my charts. Here we are. Price is still going up, and you can see price only tapped up down here, just here, where it triggered, and boom, long. It's the strategy that I use, which is going with the trend, looking for the trend, going with the trend, never against it, and just wait for price to pull back or correct back, and then go in a continue mode. And yeah, this is all in the 5-minute time frame. I didn't look at the higher time frames, and again, this is just a 5-minute scalp. This is how I scalp. I rather scalp on the 5 minutes as well instead of the 1 minute. 1-minute time frame gives me anxiety, but 5 minutes, yeah, not bad. So yeah, check it out. I'm gonna do more videos of my future trades and see how we go in October. Bring on October, and happy trading.